Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. It is Wednesday. I am in a hurry. I'm trying to get ready for work. I just popped out of the shower and I wanted to jump on here and do a face to face, a talking video. I want to just kind of cover a few things that I've seen the past couple of days. First of all, the prince in the Oval Office presser, that is alarming. It seems as though the United States of America is going to be partners with many countries and leaders that are criminally um, involved criminally in bad behavior, murderous behavior. And, when I hear that someone was involved in the planning of 9/11, I certainly do not want that person to be a part of anything in my country, nor do I want someone who has killed and who has been found guilty through investigations of killing a journalist. And as we know, President Trump doesn't care about journalists anyway, unless they only say what he says and they don't fact check him. He's been calling female reporters piggy, yelling at female reporters, telling them they're no good, telling them that they're insubordinate. That word alone should be very alarming, because what that does is that puts us back into this place where I said he wants to run the country like a business. So you don't talk back to your boss, you don't talk back to your bosses. That's insubordinate. He claims that he is the boss of this country as a business as he economically crashes us. He's taking some of the tariffs off some of the products that we buy from other countries because it's causing issues. Coffee, bananas. I don't know. There was a whole bunch of them. But this is one of those things that dictators do. They'll give you a little bit because they've taken it away. So he has taken away the prices that we were used to, or the prices that were stabilized, and now he's given you a little bit back. That's how kings, dictators, and authoritarians play the game. They take away from you and then give you a little bit back. Being a black sheep country in this world today, I don't believe is the best place to be. I don't believe that we should align ourselves with these criminal countries and criminal leaders. I honestly don't believe that. And if I'm insubordinate, I'm insubordinate because I do not believe it. I am a taxpayer. I am an American citizen. And I don't feel that we need someone to be a partner or an ally that was part of planning the 9/11 attack. I don't believe that. I don't think that killing a journalist is what we need, even though we know how Donald Trump feels about journalists if they are insubordinate or if they speak out or ask a question that he doesn't like. People talk so bad about Biden every day, talk bad about him. I never saw Biden um, treat anyone less than with respect. The Epstein files, this could be an interesting deal due to the fact that now that they have been sent to the president to be signed, they have also opened up an investigation. So chances are they're going to try to put a stop to releasing those files. I mean, I have to ask MAGA, what do you see? What do you what do you think? I don't understand how you can go along with this. Be so proud of our country right now, it is not in the greatest standing. I hear him say, well, everybody respects us. No, they don't. They fear us. And that's what he wants. He wants other countries to fear him, his power. The way that I see it is when he said that the reporter was insubordinate, it's not going to be long before we're not going to see any kind of news other than what he approves. And I hate to say that because I don't want to listen to just propaganda. I don't want to listen to just half stories or listen to news stations that are going to be like Fox News that only gives you half the story and then makes up the rest of it. I can't. I don't want that in my country. I don't want to be allies with someone who helped plan 9/11. I don't want to be allies with a country who is against women's rights or against the rights of other people, who will torture, murder, kill, dismember people for being different. We have enough problems right now with these ICE bounty hunters just picking up people off the streets, whether they're U.S. citizens or not, busting in car windows, snatching kids, it's just ridiculous. There is no need for this. I watched something on Kristi Noem, and she says, well, we don't arrest or detain U.S. citizens. Well, that's a lie, because there's been a lot of U.S. citizens that have been detained for a long period of time, not just overnight, not just until they find out they're American citizens. That's ridiculous. If someone has their paperwork and they show it to these ICE agents, the ICE agents should turn around and walk away, but they don't. They don't look at the paperwork. They just shove the person in the car. I personally know what it's like to be the minority in a group of people. There was a time when I was homeless and I lived downtown Cincinnati, and a black family took care of me for a week or two until I could figure out what I was doing. Thank God for them. Had they been racist, they would have said, oh, white girl, she can just go on, figure it out. No, they protected me. They took care of me. So when I hear the racist stuff about even slavery, it drives me crazy, literally. And it's a short drive. But I don't want to be in a country where if you're the wrong color or the wrong religion, then you will be treated differently. This is a witch hunt. There will be witch hunts. Witch hunts have hardly any value whatsoever. And once they are seen, there's nothing there. And that's why when Donald Trump said all of these things were a witch hunt, no, there was evidence. Yes, a jury found you guilty. But now you're going after people who took that evidence that was true and real and factual, and you're trying to turn it around on them and prosecute them. We are in a dangerous time. Our country is in some sort of bizarro world kind of leadership. And, I think that MAGA needs to snap out of it. You need to shake it off and go, wait a minute, this ain't right. Because it's not right. What's going on in our country is not right. And if you're okay with it, then you're just as guilty as the rest of them. So when I hear people say, well, I'm not racist, but then you don't speak out against this deportation and how cruel and wrong it is, then you are a racist. So with all of that, let's cap it off really quickly with, now we are in cahoots with someone who planned 9/11. We are insubordinate when we speak out or question our president. And there's so many racist people in this country that they're not speaking out against what they know is wrong, and they're riding the Trump train into the ditch. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from distance. I got to go. I hope it all made sense. Bye, y'all.